Because you're mediocre. Because
I don't support Liverpool in my lifetime. I support the club in its whole heritage.
I heard enough about your dusty community shields, man. Let's move on, man.
I think Micheal Oliver needs to be investigated, in my opinion.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Podcast Pundits. I'm Dre, man. Gonna be your host for today. Avid Man United fan, back in the booth with my boys. Let's go around the room, see who we got with us. We start with you, Joey.
Shit, it's your boy Joey Nomadic, aka top of the table still, aka top of Champions League table still, aka tired of winning still.
Wow.
The energy is coming in now.
He's still going. Yes,
sir.
This is what we wanted. This is what we wanted, man. This is the guy I wanted to meet. This is the guy I wanted to meet months ago.
Exactly. Moving on to Strives.
Yeah, man. What you say, man? It's your boy Strives. I'm not as freaking infused as freaking Joey Nomadic, but I'm happy to be here still. You know, second in the table, Premier League table, third in the Champions League table. Having our worst ever season, as far as a lot of people will say about it. Hey, it doesn't look too bad, is it, homie? Representing Arsenal, just in case you guys missed that.
Not bad at all. And finally, Molly Ma.
Birthday boy.
Yeah.
Birthday boy yesterday. Yeah, how you doing, man? You all right? You know what I learned? You know Jose Mourinho shares the same birthday as me? I didn't actually know that.
Jeez, man. Hey, happy birthday as well, bro.
Yeah, happy birthday. You know what's crazy, though? There's my brother's wife is same birthday as you as well, and there was somebody else as well, bro. I was like, right, there's a lot of people born on this day, bro.
And Ruben Amorim's birthday's today, apparently, as well. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
40 today.
Yeah, all Aquarius. But yeah, all good, man. All good. Happy to be here. On the back of a scruffy win. But we get to it.
Birthday boy win. They gave you a nice way to end the weekend.
Come on.
But yeah, it'd only be right to go into our first game, which we're going to talk about. It was Wolves 0, Arsenal 1. Calafiore scored the winner as the Gunners recover from Lewis-Skelly's controversial red card. Strives to only be right. Let's just delve straight into this. Let's go for this red card challenge. There's a hot talk on all the platforms, even during the game. I think even on all the major channels, I don't want to mention all their names, but it was so conflicting to the point where even myself, when I saw it initially, I said, that's harsh. Then they were saying, oh yeah, but it was the intention. He went with the studs and etc. But how many times have we seen a worse challenge than that in the Premier League?
Yeah, exactly. We've seen worse challenges, and it's important to note that we've seen worse challenges that haven't resulted in red cards. Yeah, that haven't resulted in red cards. So yeah, a lot of people know my stance when it comes to the way Arsenal's officiated and stuff. So as soon as that happened, honestly, my phone was just going bling, 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 where people were actually acting me in groups because they were like, this Strives isn't going to be happy about this. But you know what? I was just like, yeah, man, harsh, man, very, very harsh red. Because it's so sad that I've become so used to it. I've just become so used to it. I was just like, no, we're here again, yeah? All right, cool, man. Can't cry about this. We need to win, because you go to a few other channels. Liverpool was spanking Ipswich, bro. So I didn't have time to mourn over this crazy decision. I just needed us to get this win. But that was crazy, man. It was crazy. Micheal Oliver, the moment I saw he was officiating us, I knew it was going to be a long day. I saw some stat that says that if we just consider all the games that Micheal Oliver's been in charge for, when officiated Arsenal games and are the results of the same, we'd be a mid-table side, in terms of the results. Now, I just wondered if there was a coincidence to that. If that's just a coincidence, we just happened to play very poorly when Micheal Oliver is officiating us. But then I've seen other stats that lends towards a narrative that he doesn't seem to like Arsenal very much, or he just really likes booking Arsenal, or he just thinks we're a very violent bunch of players because he's given us the yellows upon yellow cards.
He's sent off 8 Arsenal players.
Yeah, more than any other
Premier League team. Yeah, more than any other team in the league.
And then another conspiracy theory that pertains to Micheal Oliver is his alleged association with Manchester City. So he's refereed 50 of their games. He's sent off none of their players. Absolute zero. Big fat donut. He's sent off none of their players. He's officiated 55 games for Arsenal, and you just told me he sent off 8 players. So we just wonder, like, what's going on here? Because I can think of a game where he was officiating Manchester City, because he was also officiating Arsenal at the same time, Arsenal versus Manchester City, and there was challenges that should have resulted in a red card, but he let it go for the love of the game, to not ruin the game, allegedly, apparently. Much worse than what we saw. Much worse than what we saw again. And what's the challenge I'm thinking of? What's his name again? One of you guys help me if you can remember.
Kovacic.
I remember the
Kovacic.
Yeah, Kovacic.
Yeah,
Kovacic. Yeah, Kovacic. That one. He should have had a yellow. There was 2 challenges where he could have he should
Spurs one as well,
sent off. Yeah. Well, yeah, there was the Spurs one, but I'm even talking just about in that Man City and Arsenal one where he's now turned around and said what he said, or that was his explanation anyway. And then you look at the Myles Lewis-Skelly one, and it's just so hard. It's so like disappointing for him, an experience for him, like a young player having to kind of go through that. Like, because imagine like the talk around Arsenal, the red cards, the points that we drop. How somber the mood becomes around the fan base, just around the club, around all the stakeholders. And now MLS has been like heralded as one of our bright young prospects, and like where we're calling from, we're saying he needs to climb the ranks of ascension in terms of, first choice, second choice, left back. Even like he's just been spoken about in such high regards, and then his experience just gets ruined like that because of a challenge that he's made that should be penalised, but penalised at most with yellow.
Yeah, with a yellow card. But the thing is, I don't understand. I think I messaged you even at the time. VAR was saying that it wasn't a clear and obvious error by the referee. But my thing is that even if they don't think it's a clear and obvious error, why are you not asking just even the referee just to go and have a look at it as well? He doesn't lose anything from going to have a look at it as well.
100%. He does not lose anything whatsoever. Just go and have a look at it and just double check if that's still your decision. And I even query this clear and obvious error thing, because if it's going to have the whole football world questioning it, then it has to be there has to be some sort of obvious error. A decision that causes that much uproar in the football community should never be ruled as, this isn't a clear and obvious error as quickly as it was done. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And another thing I was thinking about is, I know like sometimes when I speak about this stuff, the violin comes out. I was just thinking, how many times after an Arsenal game has there been a segment on Ref Watch pertaining to an Arsenal game? It can't just be in my head. Like, it can't just be in Arsenal fans' heads. You get what I mean? We won this game. So it's not like we've lost this game and we're moaning about it. We're just thinking, what the flying F is happening here? Like, this is crazy, bro. It's actually mad. I think Micheal Oliver needs to be investigated, in my opinion. I think you see what happened with this David Coote guy. He obviously just got caught saying a madness. Micheal Oliver has to be investigated. Like, his phones need to be confiscated, his laptops need to be confiscated. We need to find out what is going on here. This is not normal. I don't care what anyone says. This is not normal. You cannot. Why is it that you always have your mad moments when you're refereeing Arsenal? And you know what they're going to do? They're going to double down and they're going to make him ref one of our next games coming up. They might even just make it. They might make him ref Man City versus Arsenal just for the banter. I can't believe they've come out in support of him.
Troy Deeney said it's the worst mistake in football history.
No,
I think that's a little bit over the top, right?
I like
he always
that
over dramatizes it, man.
Yeah, bro. He knows how to create entertainment, bro.
Yeah, he's a sensationalist. But and it's stuff like that might kind of make you discount the severity of the situation when you're like, okay, you're overselling it a little bit. It's probably not the worst, but it's just mad. Like, because look, I saw a segment. I was watching a segment on the TV, and they were talking about IFAB. I think they're like a disciplinary body or some sort of governing body. Rule makers. Whatever. So they've got a handbook that the FA PGMOL actually live by, and they've actually got pictures to show you examples of a yellow card and a red card. And if you superimpose the still frame from Myles Lewis-Skelly's challenge alongside what's in their handbook, is very, very similar to that of what would constitute a yellow card offence as opposed to the red card offence, because there's a few elements that they look into, like the speed, the severity, the impact, and I can't remember them all, but there's a few factors that they look at when they're determining the scope and the scale of foul play, foul play or dangerous challenge or whatever it is that they may say. And it's literally in black and white in their handbook that challenge isn't a red card. So I'm expecting that to, like Micheal Arteta said in his post match conference, I'm expecting that to be overturned without even an appeal having to be lodged. But I'm disgusted that it seems like they've come out in support of this fella. They've come out.
What they're saying about in terms of the threats, the death threats.
Yeah, what was the threat?
It's not like they're basically saying that they're substantiating his decision. Basically, they have. I'm sure I've seen it. I'll have to look it up. But obviously,
I'm not sure if they were. I think they were saying in terms of the abuse he's received after
that's
what they're
so what, am I wrong in saying that they've come out and said that they still believe that he made the right decision? They haven't said they've made the right decision. I thought I've seen that somewhere. They've made the right decision.
I think they almost just say they like stand by him, but I don't think in terms of as a referee, but I don't think it's like delving into that.
Look, no one. Obviously, no one deserves to have their family targeted, or to be targeted, or to be put.
But I was about to say, where's the but?
Yeah. I'll tell you where the but is. The but is, how do we know this is even happening? Like what? So all of a sudden, fans know where this guy lives. They know where this guy lives. They got his phone number all of a sudden. How is he receiving these?
I would go as far.
That's possible.
I'm not saying.
If you really wanted to, you could get in contact with him.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but all of a sudden, this guy has someone's got his phone number and who's doing this stuff? Because at the end of the day, all we can see is what.
I would even go as far to say it's the people in the VAR booth that should be getting the threat.
No.
Because they're not even helping him out.
All of them, to be fair.
100%.
I mean, sorry. None of them.
Yeah.
Let's make that clear. But if anyone's getting it, I think I'm with Dre on that one still.
Bro, just put your phone on. Go on social media.
You got to remember, as a referee, he sees it. Obviously, we see it slow mo. We see it slowed down. He could just see it and just think, "Oh, I saw the studs. See a flash of studs, and go, I thought it was dangerous."
That's what he thought.
Then VAR is there to kind of go to him. Look, just let's go have a look. We're not telling you what to say. Just go have a look.
He might have turned it off. He might have turned off his communication device.
Remember when Thingy? What was the guy again? The commentator that used to be on Sky Sports, and they got kicked on Richard Keys and
Richard Keys
do you know, because obviously somebody left
Andy Gray,
somebody left the camera running in it, so I think there's somebody in the FA that wants him out, bro, and they just turned off the communication because I think he thought he saw something in it.
That's my.
And I can understand why, but then like Dre said, that's when VAR has to come in and do their job, man, and that's when you say VAR is a waste of time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised at because obviously it's been brought in for moments like this. If they're deciding to pick and choose when they want to start looking at stuff, then might as well just clear them all.
I think VAR scared.
Yeah,
they're scared to intervene. They're kind of going. That's not on the seat.
But this is what's annoying me, because they're shifting the conversation from the crazy error that he's made to the threats and that's been made against him. And that's why I'm saying no one deserves to be getting threatened and etc. But you're a public figure. You're famous. You're in the limelight, and you've made yourself famous because, like the fans say in the thingy, it's all about you. It's all about you, or it's not about you. It's whatever the chant is.
It's all about you.
It's all about you. Oliver, it's all about you. This is what you wanted. You're always taking center stage of every big game. This is what you wanted. So this is what comes with the fame. Play stupid games, get stupid prizes. So you want to start playing with people's freaking title challenges or top 4 battles or however you want to frame it. You want to start playing with people's destinies. People are gonna have a reaction to that. Now, is that reaction the right one? No, it's not. But what I have an issue with is, why is the PR gone to oh my God, this abuse against this guy is
we know why though, bro. We know why, Charles, because they got to take the light off the situation. They have to take. They have to,
because not everyone knows that.
Yeah. They have to absolve themselves before they prepare their official statement. But in terms of what you said before about how they're getting a phone number, I don't know, man. Like from when you are Arsenal fans are abusing Kai Havertz and his the mother of his child, of course there's gonna be somebody capable of getting his phone number and finding out where he lives, bro, just to send him a fake anthrax threat.
Exactly. But
first off, we don't know if that was an Arsenal fan. We just know that it was somebody that abused Havertz. So opportunist. It could be an opportunist, somebody that just thrives off hate, a child that doesn't know any better. But I think he's been found, or she's been found, whoever it is. And that's abhorrent behaviour.
But I was going to say as well that if we even then compare that challenge to what Gomes did to Timber's ankle, for me, I know he gave a second yellow, but in my mind, that's a straight red.
Yeah, that's a straight red. Gomes was on one. He did one outside the box that I think he should have got a yellow for, but I don't think he got any. Because straight away when he did that, I opened up my my Bet365 app. I'm not promoting gambling or anything like that, guys. But I opened up my Bet365 app and, put a bet on for Gomes to get booked. Because I was like, yeah, this guy's on one.
And
this guy's genuinely on one.
Gamble responsibly.
And then this guy does that, gets himself red carded. For me, I was happy. I was like, yes, equalized. Boom. Because you know what I was happy with, like when we went down to 10 men, we still looked like we were having a go. We didn't go into our shells. We looked like we still wanted to attack, and we still looked like we were potent in front of goal. So obviously, when we went down to, I know Micheal Arteta made that defensive change, obviously, in subbing Maneri for Calafiore, who ended up getting a match winner. But in terms of the way we approached the game, it was still pretty positive, and it still left it left enthusiasm in my mind as an Arsenal fan that was watching it. And so obviously with what was I even saying? I just lost my train of thought. What the hell was I just saying? I saw something. I literally just saw something on my monitor and it's just thrown me. But anyway, so obviously with I was happy. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was very happy that we ended up freaking being 10 men each in it, 10 men each, because I thought, perfect. Now we've got a better chance of winning it. And also, what I was also kind of like, I thought in my mind is, I thought Micheal Oliver's realised he's effed up here. So maybe in him sending the other man off, he's gonna feel like, oh, at least I've balanced the play now. He might feel like that. But even in him doing that, he still messed up. And I'll tell you why he still messed up, because that wasn't a yellow card. That should have been a straight red.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I agree.
That was bad. And then for those that are saying, oh, well, he's evened it up now, what are you complaining about? It's not evened up, because we've had to play a particular amount of
the majority of the game, with 10
exactly men. With 10 men, more tired legs, etc., etc. But to come away with that with a win was very.
I think it was great.
Yeah, man, it was gratifying.
Great character.
What are you saying though? But obviously, do you put this in the conspiracy category? Because obviously, you're not the first team to get a red card that didn't deserve a red card.
Bro, you always say this, but
no, I'm just
single time.
You're like, because I have to give balance.
It's not balanced when you're just saying the same thing, bro. Like, at what point did we just say, look, man, like, what's going on here with Arsenal, man? Because of course, we're not the first team. We're not the only team, bro. Like, two things can be true, bro. We're not the only team that's had an injustice, but we seem to be the only team targeted by this Micheal Oliver dude. And we also seem to be I'm not going to say the only team, but we are. We're in this how many times have I been on this bloody podcast moaning about this stuff?
Yeah. But okay, well, what I will say is that obviously we're about accountability here, innit? Is that fair to say?
Go for it.
What can you guys do differently?
Fucking twat.
What can you guys do differently in this situation?
I don't, but just not foul at all. Like, we can't do no professional fouls. We can't give away no free kicks. We can't give away offsides. I know what you're saying, though, but that's how it would feel like. The only way you can avoid this is to literally completely become like soft. Do you get what I mean? And that's it's mad. It's insane. It's almost like we're being victimized for manning up, because before we used to be that football team that got bullied. You know what I mean? I used to hate playing Bolton Wanderers because I knew that we're gonna get mashed. We're gonna get mashed up. You know, they're gonna low block.
So you became Bolton Wanderers.
Bro, yeah. Can't beat them, join them, bro. You can't beat them, join them, bro.
Exactly.
Stoke City.
But now you got a target on your back, bro, because now you obviously everyone's over 6'1".
So now we're looking imposing. Yeah, exactly. We're looking imposing. We still play great football. So it's just like, it's like what we've worked so hard to overcome in terms of our frailties, and we've turned them into a strength. It's not now we're having to. What you're asking us to scale that back because an official doesn't know how to do his job.
Yeah,
man, that's an abomination, bro.
But then do the PGMOL.
Find a good medium, bro.
But we found a good medium. How about the FA PGMOL find a bloody good medium?
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm going to say, if they rescind that red card, then does that just dig a deeper hole for?
No, they're definitely rescinding it. That's.
When does that happen?
Do they do?
You think they're going to do that?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Because I'm not convinced.
No, 100% it's getting rescinded.
This is how mad. This is how much I think that they hate us. I am not convinced they rescind that.
I would love to see that happen, bro. Not because I'm.
I know, because you just want to see how bad it could be.
Yeah, I want to see what the PG how bad they are, bro.
Do they have the powers to just say it was a yellow? Or do
when they rescind it,
they rescind everything.
No, it becomes a yellow. It becomes a yellow still.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, they down.
Is that what happened? Is that what happened to Bruno as well when his red card got rescinded?
I can't remember.
No, I don't think Bruno's one was a yellow card either.
No, it wasn't a yellow card either. Yeah, he slipped.
Oh.
So it kind of makes sense. It'd be interesting.
If they didn't rescind it, I'd be absolutely surprised. I mean, the football community is in tatters, bro. When you've got people that hate Arsenal like siding with Arsenal and saying, "Oh, it was a pretty bad decision," they can't not rescind that.
No, but people don't hate Arsenal. People don't hate Arsenal. They hate the fans. Remember
that too. Yeah.
So I think
there's some people that genuinely hate Arsenal. Like Jamie O'Hara, he's a Tottenham fan. He does not like Arsenal, and he's come out in Arsenal's defense like big time. You know what I mean? So yeah, like honestly, this is bigger than any hatred for Arsenal. This is about football, because guess what? It can happen to your team. Exactly. And I've always said this. It can happen to your team.
It happens still. So we can sympathize with what you're going through. The frustration is obviously that it had the potential to ruin your game. Either you could have lost or drawn. And then after that, the card being rescinded is kind of like irrelevant because
it doesn't make
you can't get back the 90 minutes. We lost against Tottenham and we got our red card, and that still burns me, bro.
Of course.
They rescinded it, but we can't get those
because that changed the trajectory of your game. And guess what? You might think I'm reaching here, but maybe if we don't get a man sent off, maybe we don't win 1-0, maybe we win 2, maybe we win 3. Who knows?
Yeah.
And what if the league comes down to goal difference?
It's true.
Like this is
it should be so lucky. If it ever came to that, you should be so fucking.
But I think that for me again boils down to the whole reason why we have VAR, and if we have those officials in the booth who are not willing to make the big decisions or call big shots with the referee's decisions on the field, or even just take a look at it, then it's like Joey said, what's the point of it? What is the bloody point? But anyway, we talked enough about the tackle. We've talked about the tackle. We know that both of them were
Quick one. What are you guys thinking about Wolves though?
Yeah, that's what I was going to move on to.
Oh shit, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was moving on to, because I was going to say to Strives, in terms of Cunha, did you see enough from him to think that he'd fit into your team? Because I know you boys are trying to.
Yeah, Cunha is you know what I've always said. Yeah, like there are some smart signings to be had in the Premier League. Cunha falls into that category. Cunha, in Burma, we could even maybe say Antoine Semenyo. If I've said his name correctly, Kudos, but obviously he's quite pricey, I'm guessing. But when I say smart signing, I'm talking about ones that you should be able to get for a reasonable value. But when you start talking about 80 mil for Cunha, you start thinking, 80 mil. You know, for me, I would say his value is between, I don't know, about 45, maybe 45, 50. I would say. But then, like Joey said, outside of the podcast, there's going to be like a tax on that. I don't want to sell you tax, Premier League tax. So then
find a replacement tax as well.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So then they're going to put some extra value on that to make it worth their while, I suppose. So it didn't.
You're
It
on
just
mute, MJ.
No,
Yeah, so-
I was going to say the Wolves tend to do that. What was Jota's deal like? That was a pretty reasonable deal, even though it was in summer, right?
Yeah, it was in summer. I think it was only for 17, but we swapped him for another player. Keanu Hoover went in the other direction.
Yeah.
So it was cash and the player.
Mm.
Okay.
I don't recall the Wolves being
40 million.
pretty
40 million.
Was it 40 million and the player?
I don't know. The fee was
No, so I think we paid 40 million for Jota, and then
Yeah.
they paid like 17 million for players.
Oh, okay.
It
That
wasn't
makes
worth
sense.
17 million.
Yeah. That makes
Okay.
that's kind of balancing the books.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Wolves. I mean, a lot.
Gibbs White is probably the
Gibbs
best.
White was
example,
40
yeah.
million. He was 40 to 45 from to Nottingham Forest.
They sold assets then. Would you say
Yeah.
45?
No, but Gibbs White wasn't January, and you could replace him at that time. You can't replace Cunha right now. He's the biggest goal threat at.
They kind of can though, because
January.
Ferguson is out of favour at Brighton. Just go and grab him quickly.
No. Why don't you grab him then if that's a replacement?
Yeah, exactly.
And just done a hard equation, brother.
I mean, to be honest, it's actually interesting though. 'Cause I saw we used to be linked to him, and once upon a time, I was actually interested in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the thing is, I was interested in him as a backup. So my backup at the moment is Kai Havertz, yeah? And I think Kai Havertz is doing a decent job. Now, when I say he's doing a decent job, he's doing a decent job as someone who I think should be
What, a decent
a backup
job as
striker.
missing a target.
I said a decent job as being a backup striker, because even though you're saying he's missed, because he did miss the target.
A good few times in that game.
No, but he scored in the Champions League.
Bro, that's a different game, man. What
Yeah,
we
tell
talking
him
about
out.
here?
I don't recall no one talking about Champions League here.
No, but I was there. I saw it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you want to tell us that you're there. Well done.
Yeah, obviously.
here we go.
I'm always
Something to
there.
brag about
I'm always watching my boys. Always watching the boys. But but Kai Havertz, in terms of you can compare him to any hot prospect striker in terms of his output. He's up there with them.
Mm-hmm.
He's delivering up there. He's delivering with them. So to be fair, Dre, man, you're taking an absolute piss trying to throw little shots because the strikers at your club are piss poor, bro.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get. What?
Yeah.
Are Wolves getting relegated then? What are you lot saying? Because I feel like when you guys went to 10 men, they showed nothing.
Yeah,
absolutely nothing, bro. Like,
it's not looking good for them.
Nah, not at all.
Yeah, it's not looking good for them, especially like where like the other clubs that might have been struggling a little bit. They've like, let's say Everton, for instance, they've got Moyes in. I think he'll do enough to keep them up. West Ham, that was having a bit of a shocker. They've got Graham Potter in. I think he'll keep them up.
And it's not like they've got a bad team. I think I feel like they've got certain players that can give you a little bit of brilliance.
I feel like
they're conceding a lot.
They're conceding a lot. And Mario Lemina's on his way out by the looks of it as well. And he's a core player. So I reckon they're gonna go down. Ipswich, they play good football, man, but again, man, the gulf is too big, man.
Yeah,
they've conceded the second most amount in the Premier League. I think Leicester will go down. Wolves have conceded.
Southampton's definitely going down.
Yeah, you know what? I think Wolves might just survive. I think it'll be Ipswich, Southampton, and Leicester. That's what I do. That's what I think.
I agree.
I think they'll survive. But I hear what you guys are saying, though. Definitely hear what you guys are saying in regards to that. Yeah, man, that was
But overall, you got the 3 points, and I think
man, 3 points, man.
It was like I said, it showed a lot about your team actually.
What did it
go
show?
down, I mean, in terms of to go down to 10 men, to okay, like we said, Wolves didn't really do much, but you still had to withhold a little bit of pressure from them. I think they got a little bit of courage when you went down to 10 men. You held your own. Then after that, obviously, you made a sub. Your sub came on. He scored. And you almost kind of looked like you could score. Do you know what I mean? Even when you lost the player, it's not like you stopped playing. Do you know what I mean? So I thought, like I said, if you guys had lost your head in that game, then I don't know what it would do for your season. I think there's definitely a lot can be made from the fact that our mentality and our attitude was good, as I mentioned before. And yeah, man, it's just we got a game against, I think it's City next. Yeah, City next, and then you got Newcastle in the Carabao.
Yeah, so City next. Obviously City's coming into some form, so it's not a great time to get them. But saying that, they squandered a 2-goal lead again. They are. But I know they squandered
even after the PSG.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this. They squandered a 2-goal lead to PSG, but then I mean they're picking up a little bit of form in the Prem. Foden's starting to find his goal scoring boots. So he started to be a bit more clinical in the final phase. What we're finding with players like Foden and your Cole Palmers, we're not really seeing the magic that we used to see like when they were a bit more anonymous. Now that the spotlight's on them a little bit more, they're focusing a lot more on their final action moves, like their actions in the final phase. So goals and assists seems to be their mission objective, their MO. And with Foden starting to unlock that part of his game again, he's a dangerous player again, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Because
I
think they've won their last 4 out of 5 games, I think.
Yeah, so they're picking up some form, and then these new signings, they've gone into the transfer window, the winter transfer window, and they've done what all of us would want our teams to do. Like they've gone and addressed a couple of areas that they felt like they were short in.
And an attacker.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, and this attacker, he's on one. Like he seems lively. Yeah, like, but then again, Mudryk started. He made his debut. Then he looked that promising.
Against Liverpool.
He looked hot for a bit, and then you're like, oh, okay, we got one. So let's hope, like as a hater, let's hope that
he looks technically better. Like he looks.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Well, I get, but then hang on. We did say this on the pod, bro, about Mudryk. Yes, 100%, bro.
We was going on like
I'll pull up the tape sheet if you want. There was ring reviews, bro.
Prior to my arrival, like I was like these guys from
you did, yeah. And then we had that conversation. Yeah. But Stripes, what are you thinking about result against Man City? Because even though they've got Marmoush, bro, I've not been impressed, bro, man. I've not been impressed by Man City. Like even that Chelsea game, bro. Like Sanchez gifted the game to them, bro. And even Palmer and Nicholas Jackson, bro, because I don't know when you saw that ball where Palmer put it a bit ahead of him.
And then I'm not feeling Jackson.
No, but he shoots on his left foot. I don't know why this time he decided not to shoot on his left foot. Like he doesn't have a left foot. I've seen him bang goals on his left foot. So Chelsea literally they gifted.
I think Palmer should have even taken that first before he even tried to square Jackson. If it's the same action I'm thinking of, I think Palmer should have actually gone for goal himself. I don't know. You might argue that the best move was to square it to Jackson.
Yeah, I think so. But just saying that, I think like you lot are a better team than Man City right now.
Yeah,
like you would have to be disappointed. Even the same way like Man United turned up against Liverpool, you would, even if Man City turned up, you would still have to be disappointed going into that game. Like that's a game where you should be taking 3 points.
You're at home as well. You're at home.
Yeah, I mean, we're at home and we've had a great record at home in the Prem, but that's been dented recently, hasn't it? But has it been dented in the Prem? Well, yeah, it's been dented anyway in Newcastle, you know, when Newcastle beat us 2-0. But what I will say is I don't know if I totally agree that we've got a better team than Manchester City, because Manchester City defensively...
no, not that you've got a better team. I'm saying like just in terms of how your team has been playing football, you're the better team.
Yeah, but then with Man City coming into momentum, and then they got goal scorers where we don't. And then if you remember, they looked like there was a time when Havertz went down and it was like, oh, it's Havertz. And Havertz doesn't get injured. And I'm thinking, oh my God, it dawned on me. Havertz is bloody important, because if he's injured, we don't have a striker full stop.
Yeah.
That's how bare bones we are. That's how stupid my football club is.
I was going to say before.
But it's not that deep though.
No, it is that deep.
Man City won a league without striker.
No.
Man City won a league without striker. Liverpool have been playing without striker. I was going to say,
Stripes. You got
Diaz
a week.
Is playing up top.
You've got a week to sign someone.
What are you talking about, bro? You've got attackers everywhere, bro.
Yeah, but Luis Diaz has been playing up front. He's not a striker. So why can't Martinelli play up front, bro?
Bro, you got Luis Diaz.
I know why.
Nunes.
I know why. That's
mad.
I'm just saying.
Martinelli could probably play CF centre forward, but then
I wish he would.
He probably could. He probably could. But then who would play on our wings for us? What, Sterling and Trossard?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
bro. Like that's the game. That's the game, bro. That's the game, bro. You've got to attack it because you've got attackers. Like, just because you have attackers who don't play central, they have to get shoehorned into that position when you're lacking players.
But okay. So look, we disagree. We don't have a better team than Manchester
even ran
City.
out of breath when I was trying to finish that sentence.
So I'm not. I'd obviously seen this Marmoush guy and seeing how like lively he looks.
He's on things.
I'm not going into that game with any sort of enthusiasm. But that being said, that's a must-win game. Like a draw, I'm not happy with. We have to win. We've put ourselves in that situation. We have to win. So Yeah,
like I said, 1 week to go before we move from Arsenal. Do you think anything's going to happen, or
no? I don't think nothing's gonna happen, bro. I don't think anything's gonna be happening. Is gonna happen whatsoever. If something happens, I'll be pleasantly surprised. But even if it does, would it be the striker I'm after? Would it be the? Yeah, I doubt it. I'm just resigned to supporting my club and just hoping that we get top four.
All right, cool. Let's move on from the Arsenal game and we'll move to Liverpool, Joey. So it's Liverpool 4, Ipswich 1. Gakpo scored twice as the Reds maintain a 6-point lead at the top with an easy win. Talk to me about Gakpo, bro, because I know we've picked up on him a few times, but he seems to be enjoying himself in that position now. And do you think that the position that Slot's playing him at Liverpool, because I think he's playing him more on the left than as a centre forward, do you think that because he's playing him there more regularly, he's getting a bit more joy and he's starting to like that position more?
No, I think this has always been his position, isn't it? I think at PSV, I know he played on the right a couple of times, but he's always wanted to play in this position. When Jurgen Klopp was there, he was just, he played like a kind of like a attacking centre mid role. Played up front a couple of times and he was adept there, but this is his position. And I think one thing that Arne Slot said at the start of the season is that he wants to play him in that position. He wants to play him in that position. We saw him for Holland as well in his own form.
Yeah.
And again, like when he first came to Liverpool, he played that position and he hit the ground running because he came, I'm sure he came in January, hit the ground running, and then the next season kind of dropped off. And then what I said the season after is that like one thing I'm hoping for, because Strive said like, what's your predictions or what do you hope for your club? And what I said last season is that I hope that he has a good season. He didn't have a good season last season. I think he got injured after scoring a goal v Tottenham in that game where we got shagged by the referee. But yeah, after the World Cup, man, he's just come straight in with great form and the confidence, man. He knows that if he can get past that left back on the on the edge of the box, that shot's coming in. That's the kind of consistency that we need from our players. Like the problem with Luis Diaz is that I don't think any of the other guys know what he's going to do when he's playing on that side. But one thing's for sure is that when Gakpo goes down the line on his left foot, the cross is coming into the box. When he cuts in onto the edge of the 18-yard box on his right foot, that shot is coming. It's either the shot or the back post cross. So we know that, and we also know that he's going to beat that man. Yet to see anybody, any right back stop him from cutting in or doing what he wants. So yeah, he's got the bit between his teeth, man, and he's just playing with that devilment that we needed for some time, and it's breath of fresh air, man. Like the goal from Trent's cross was perfect, and even the poacher's goal from Soberslai's saved shot. I want to see all kinds of goals from him, man. I'm just it's a pleasure to have him in the team right now, man. Especially when other people, you know, like when you didn't want to finish your food when you're young and your mum said there's people starving here. So like when I see Gakpo getting his goals and I look to my left in this Zoom meeting and I see Strives there, bro, with a little wry smirk on his face, bro. People are starving out here, bro. I can't throw this food in the bin. I have to finish this, man, and enjoy it, man. So yeah, man.
Great, man. How do you feel about Gakpo going to Liverpool and Antony going to Man United when we could have had Gakpo?
Yeah.
You know, Ten Hag turned him down, right?
That's mad.
I remember that. I actually is that what the story was? Ten Hag turned him down.
Ruud was trying to get him to Man United like aggressively. I think that was the move, but Ten Hag opted for Antony.
I thought Gakpo turned it down.
I don't think he turned it down. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because we ended up getting him for 40 million, bro, which was a steal, man.
Yeah, it's a good
which was
price.
a steal at the time, man. But yeah, man, Gakpo, top fella.
I was going to say, in terms of like, I was also Gravenberch. The Gravenberch and Gakpo, do you think, like, obviously Slot being Dutch as well, do you think that's helping them out a little bit?
I thought this a few times, man. I don't know. I think it might just be how well Holland played in the was it World Cup or Euros? What was it? Euros, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think
Euros.
Holland looked good in the Euros, man. Like Gakpo was playing well. Even I've forgotten who the one that plays for Bayer Leverkusen who came on was looking good on the wings. Like centre backs De Vrij Matthijs de Ligt didn't play, so it was looking decent, innit? So I feel like they've just carried on that form. Gravenberch didn't really start many games, but when he played, he looked very good. So there's that. And then obviously I feel like the way that Slot wants to play and wants to hold the ball a lot more rather than just doing counter-attack, sorry, not counter-attack, just doing explosive football end-to-end. Like they want a bit more possession, and I think it just suits Gravenberch a bit more. And the fact that Slot's just put faith in him. I honestly, I feel like Gravenberch could have probably... I don't think he got the opportunity to play last season, and he was kind of playing in the same role that Szoboszlai does now. And I don't think that's really his game. His game is kind of like a deep lying playmaker in tight spaces. Centre-backs can bounce the ball off him quite easily, and his turn is nasty, bro, man. Like a couple... it happened in Man United game as well, bro. He turned someone out different, bro, man. Crazy. So, his ability on the ball, man, he's just got the stage to shine, and it's done. So I'm not too sure whether it's Slot who takes responsibility, or I think it's just Gravenberch, to be fair.
But overall, in terms of Liverpool, you guys don't look like you're gonna hit any kind of blip. You guys blip. Go from strength to strength.
No, I don't think so, bro. I feel like it's very hard to maintain a long run of form. Like I think the last time we did something like that was when we were chasing Man City and we didn't win the league, innit? So I feel like there will be a blip. We've got Bournemouth on the weekend. That's going to be a tough game.
It's going to be a tough game, especially.
It's going to be a tough game.
But they got a few. Obviously, they're surviving, but they've got a couple of injuries, and they've not missed them yet.
Yeah,
they've not missed them.
That's not called survival, you know. Yeah, that's called thriving, bro. Like when you're banging that many goals, bro.
Nah, I hear you.
And then Kluivert's looking like a prime Coutinho, bro.
Like, he is, bro. He's looking solid.
So yeah, like it's a worry because don't forget we do start games badly. Obviously, Ipswich. I'm looking at Ipswich as more of an anomaly rather than the normal. So in that game against Bournemouth away, I'm expecting it to be raucous. I'm expecting us to not start as well as we have in other games, and I'm expecting it to be a solid test, bro.
Yeah.
How do you think you're going to fare in that test?
I can't say, to be fair. I can't say because I feel like we'll definitely get goals in the second half. It's about, for me, it's kind of like damage limitation in the first half. How do we...
Does it depend if they have a good go at you, though? Because I feel like
Bournemouth had a great go at us at Anfield. And they got...
That's what I'm saying. Compared to Ipswich, I don't think they really did. They
didn't. They couldn't. Ipswich couldn't. Bournemouth can. And Bournemouth will go at us. They will go at us. Luckily, Ibrahima Konate is coming into good form.
He's here.
So
as well.
Yeah. So they haven't really got any attackers who are going to, because Evan Nilsson's not in the game, and NS Unau is injured as well. So
yeah,
there's not going to be somebody who's occupying that space. So there's going to be guys who are running in between the lines, and that's where Kluivert steps in. So it's going to be a big game for Gravenberch. It's going to be a good big game for one of the centre backs, because one's going to have to sit, which I expect to be VVD, and Konate is going to have to come in and fish for the ball. And obviously, it's going to be another tough game for Trent, or whether he starts Trent or Conor Bradley. But tactically, I'd like to see what he does. I'd like to see him utilise the squad properly. And I want to see Chiesa get more minutes as well.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you want to see Chiesa get more minutes?
I don't know if you watched the Champions League game.
Yeah.
No.
But this guy, he's got a crazy ability to get the shot off, bro.
Okay.
Like, a bit like Gakpo. Gakpo does it on the edge of the box where he gets that shot off. So for me, it's a bit easier. But Chiesa can do it in inside the box, and he's not fast. Well, he's not as fast. He's not as fast as he used to be. Yeah, he's scrappy, good balance, and he just somehow manages.
Is it fitness at the moment? That's kind of.
I think they're just trying to bring him back up to full fitness in it, because it's been a long time out of the game, man.
Because obviously he's still back before Mount, or properly before Mount.
Mount's a different animal, different beast. But and then after Bournemouth, you got PSV as well away.
Yeah, PSV. I'm expecting us to rest players for that game, to be completely honest. But
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But I'm thinking
you're through, right? I'm guessing.
But I just feel like on a slot going back home, I feel like he's gonna want to put a show on for for the Eredivisie or whatever you call it. I feel like he's the
right though. What's the point, bro? What is the point?
You know what I noticed about it.
And what's he doing? Putting a show on? He's putting a show on with Klopp's team, bro. Like, chill out, man.
What do you mean?
Just fresh your tape players, bro, man.
What do you mean, bro?
Are we allowed to do that now?
What?
So we can say Arteta won the FA Cup with Premier 16 then or not?
Basically.
What, with what? Do you know what I mean? You've been saying it.
Hang on.
You've been saying that. You've been saying it out now.
Somebody click that. I don't know if you guys saw his eyes going.
Yeah, I'm just thinking what's going on here, like, because you've been doing it, like. So I'm just saying, like, Slot's been doing his thing with Klopp. Like, if and when Liverpool win the Premier League, bro, he needs to buy Klopp, like, he needs to buy Klopp whatever he's drinking, like, for the next month, like.
But he said when I got here, bro, I'm happy with the team. I don't really have to do much because this is a great team that I've inherited.
Yeah, exactly.
So, there's no falsehoods or is the better.
Yeah, so,
it's not his team.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is just like what you go back to, like it's like imagine like going back to freaking. I don't know, like this is probably a dead analogy, but just going back to college, but wearing your older brother's Havertz jacket or something, like, bro, like
you would do it if you could. You would do it if you could, bro. Because I 100% would, bro. I didn't wear Havertz, but I definitely went back with my brother's Machino a couple of times.
Well, all I'm saying is, bro, like just rest your players, rest the players you inherited, bro, and try and win this.
Who are you to be advising, bro? With all due respect, who are you to be advising?
I'm someone that has not benefited from rested players.
The answer is nobody. You're a nobody, bro. You're a loser.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of a club. I'm a fan of a club that hasn't benefited from rested players.
If the Liverpool needs to win to finish top of the league, or
I think now because if Barcelona win, they could finish on top of us.
Oh, okay.
Who cares about who finishes top? You're in the. You're qualified,
bro. You're
qualified.
You're doing loser talk.
You're qualified, bro.
This is the first table situation.
Okay, but look at who towards the bottom of that.
To be fair,
first 24, like. First 24 that qualifies?
Yeah, first 24.
Bro, look at who's towards the bottom of that. You got Real Madrid them there, Bayern Munich.
Real Madrid are like 13th, I think.
Well, man, you got top teams, man. You got top teams in that could fall into that.
Yeah, but it's strategy. We might not get these guys.
It's not the first 24 that qualifies.
Isn't it? It's first
12, and then they do like a
no. Yeah, there's a knockout round. Knockout round first.
That's right.
Then basically Liverpool can play 3 or 4 teams.
Yeah,
and
I thought the first 8 qualify automatically, and the rest have to do.
Yeah.
And then when you knockout
qualifiers,
when they come back in the round of 16, Liverpool can play basically you can play anybody under 18th. I think Liverpool can play.
Yeah, but they don't have a knockout game, is what I'm saying. The first,
they bypass that.
So, but I'm trying to say, if you're second, I swear it's the same though.
No, if you're second, so if you're first and second. You can play the same teams, but it just depends on what half of the table you go into, and it's going to be drawn, I think, done by algorithm minute.
So that's why I'm saying, like, doesn't matter whether they finish first or second. That's basically what I'm saying.
Literally, psychologically, I guess. They got bragging rights of finishing first. Isn't it?
Yeah, so that's why I'm first in your group and winning every game, bro. That's just something that you want to do.
All right, that's something you want to do at the expense of what? Bottling the Premier League again.
Yeah,
that's what you. That's what you look.
It's risk, guys. But you want to win it for sure.
What I'll say is that maybe leave this between Champions League winners. Let us talk this out, and then you maybe go and shine your.
What do you mean? You normally win Champions League with luck, bro. Like, so what are you talking about? Now you're trying to.
Shut up, man. What are you talking about?
Yes, you do, bro. Yes, you do, bro. We never got that luck. If we had that luck,
that could be a yellow card. That might be a yellow card.
We'd be winners too, bro. Because we went to the final.
You know when that homeless guy's trying to talk to you about mortgage. He's trying to talk to you about balance credit cards.
What you gotta do? What you gotta do with your life is.
Listen, bro. I've been there. I've been there in the final, bro. I've been there in the final. I was 15 minutes away from lifting that trophy, bro.
You and Tottenham are the same.
I was 15 minutes away from lifting that.
You never lifted it though.
15 minutes away from lifting that trophy. And guess what happened again? Another fucking referee decision. Yeah, another fucking referee decision. Another referee decision.
Which was definitely a red card as well.
Yeah. That was still.
But no, with Liverpool, this game, you know me, I like to see tests. I like to see people come and do stuff. One thing that was interesting was how Trent played in that game as well, and everybody's reaction to Trent. But it wasn't a big enough a test for me to look at anything. Right. To be fair, I think I was more worried at the fact that Arsenal went down to 10 men and still looked like they weren't really affected at all, in my opinion. Yeah. But then that might just be down to how bad Wolves are. Wolves and Ipswich, there's not much.
But I think, to be honest, bro, I'm starting to believe now that Arsenal being on your tail will make you win it. Because I think
when you get tail, though.
No, but I think when you create a gap that's almost like too big.
It's too big. It's too big. It's too big already. They're 6 points ahead with a game in hand.
Nah, I think it's still
not too big.
And they still have to play us. So listen, they got that 2
game in hand. Is
they got two games in hand. They've got 2 games in hand. They've got a game in hand against Everton, who they typically have a great record against. Then they still have to play Arsenal, so it's still in their hands. So they can make that gap 12 points. Bro. If I'm a Liverpool fan, bro, I ain't worried about nothing.
We'll have to wait and see. I know Joey's just sitting thinking.
No, you heard his intro. He ain't worried about nothing.
No, that's not what I said. I don't recall saying that. I recall saying top of the league.
I'm just saying. You're not worried about that.
I'm very worried. Of course I'm very worried, bro. Yeah. We've been here before, bro. But you guys know that. I don't know why you keep on pretending, bro. Like,
I'm not pretending. I'm not pretending.
You striver.
I'm not pretending.
You striver, look in the mirror and guess what you're going to see? You're going to see me, bro. Because we both bottled it.
I didn't bottle it at you.
Yeah, you bottled it twice.
I didn't bottle it twice. I didn't bottle it at you. Your bottle was worse than our bottle.
So hang on, now you're talking about whether it's worse or not. You're still a bottler. And we are still bottlers, bro. So I don't know why you keep on pretending like, oh yeah, you should be happy. You should be ready to tear. No, I'm just like you, bro. I'm a loser too. Until I win, I'm a loser.
No, you're not, because you've actually won.
Okay, I'm not a loser. You're a loser. Bro.
Because you've won it. Yeah. Fuck it, I am. Because in 2019, you won, innit? You won. So you're a bottler, but you've got experience of winning. So when I'm saying it's true, I'm hanging on to the hope that you might bottle, but I also know that these guys actually won it though. These lot actually built a gap and they actually went on to win it. I know you can do that. We've built a gap and we bottled it still. So yeah, we're not the same, bro.
So what strives? If I put it to you, if you could choose one now, Premier League or Champions League, what would you?
I'm always going to choose Champions League. I've always said that. I know some fans wouldn't say. A lot of fans would say Premier League, but I don't know what's wrong with them. I'm always saying Champions League. I came so close. Like we was just reliving the Arsenal Barcelona final. I came so close. I think I watched it with most of you guys. I don't think I was with you, Dre. But I know.
I remember where I was in my student union bar. I was
up at uni still.
Yeah, but I remember I was in Yates and Lucian, bro. I was in Yates and Lucian. I remember. I'm
thinking about 2005 Champions League.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I was in Lucian. I was local, bro.
In 06.
I was literally. I remember being in Lucian Yates, bro. Okay. Lucian Yates. I remember, and I remember like guys local to the area, like so happy when we didn't win it. Like kicking.
That's still there, or was that gone?
Kicking. No, that's gone now.
In that police station now or something.
Yeah. No, I don't know what I don't know what it's become now.
Or is it?
Actually, I think it's Pure Gym now.
Yeah, it's gym.
Yeah. So. Cool. Yeah, man. So yeah, I want that Champions League, man. That's the only thing that you guys keep like. Look what you tried to throw at me in this podcast episode. I need that Champions League. I need it.
Yeah, but then you need more than one European trophy, bro. Like the barriers between our clubs and your club is too crazy.
No.
We're always gonna have something to lord.
You're never gonna have nothing over me because you support Liverpool and you in your lifetime of supporting Liverpool.
Why are you narrowing it to my lifetime?
Because you're mediocre. Because
I don't support Liverpool in my lifetime. I support the club in its whole heritage.
No. Yeah. But in your lifetime of supporting it, you've had more pain and more misery, in my opinion, than I have.
No, bro, that's not
true. Because
go on, tell me your accolades and I'll tell you mine. I'm getting. That's strange. Go on, tell me your accolades.
I'm getting used to this new identity of you, like where you're winners.
Tell me your accolades and I will tell you mine.
What do you mean? Tell me your accolades. You know my accolades, bro.
No, I don't.
What Invincibles?
No, that's not a trophy. Tell me the trophy.
No, that is a trophy. That is a trophy. I got a gold one.
I got a gold one. That's the gold kit when they thought they won the Premier League. That's the gold kit. Do you remember?
Invincibles.
Bare FA Cup.
Anti-stabbing kit.
No, you got that if you can. What is it, like 4 or something? 4 or 5?
No, forget about the FA Cup.
Way more than 4.
Let's just talk about the majors.
Free. There's been 3.
Yeah, 3 Premier Leagues. Go on.
3 Premier Leagues. FA Cups, countless. I don't know, but maybe 8.
Everybody's got FA Cups. We all got FA Cups.
No,
here,
you got League Cups, and
we've
then
all got FA Cups here, bro.
You got League Cups and FA Cups, because that's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm trying to talk about. This is what our experience is different, because you were doing League Cups and FA Cups, and then
but I hear that.
And then in the last 9 years,
in the last 9 years, how many FA Cups do you have to win before it's just it's an FA Cup? In your opinion,
it's just
an Arsenal amount, I would say.
No, I'm saying how many is it?
It's a few.
Well, so Marley, obviously you lot have won bare FA Cups, but is it like?
It's not. They don't say that to them, because these men have been salivating over the Carabao Cup.
No, I'm saying how many FA Cups, bro? What are you talking about, bro? We just won the FA Cup, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. I'm not, bro. What I'm talking about is you lot can't try and downplay no FA Cup.
No,
when you were celebrating the Carabao.
That's not what we're saying. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that we've won enough FA Cups here for it to be like, okay, yeah, FA Cup. We haven't won enough Champions Leagues for it to be like, Champions League or Premier Leagues. So that's what I'm saying. Like when I'm talking about the moments between us, I'm just talking about like the Premier League. I'm talking about the majors, to be completely honest. I
saw you've won the Champions League quite a few times, but again, in your lifetime,
you've won it twice, right? In your lifetime.
In my lifetime, yeah, twice,
and we've won it twice.
Yeah.
I've won it 0.
And then how many? And then,
but in the Premier League, the Premier League that we all let's have it right. That's our main league. 100%. That's our main league. That's where we're competing at. I've seen it 3 times.
Okay, so I've seen it twice.
We won it enough times.
You ain't seen it no fucking twice, bro.
Elijah.
Sorry. I've seen Champions League twice, and I've seen Premier League once. So that's
you've seen the COVID one.
I see your 3.
You've seen the COVID one. It's not the same.
So I see your 3. I see your 3, and I raise.
It's not the same.
You've seen the COVID one.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Let's move on.
You guys don't do like that.
He's got a point.
It's not the same.
Is that the? Let's move on.
Wait. I see your 3 Premier Leagues, and I raise you a World Club.
And I raise you, yeah.
I raise you a World Club.
That's what I'm saying. Your last 9 years, like, don't get it twisted up whatsoever. Like, you see what Klopp left Liverpool with? Give me that, bro. I'm biting your hands off for that. I love it. I want Arteta to aspire to that.
So basically, you're saying you want Arteta to just leave and let someone else come in and...
No, I want Arteta to aspire to. Arteta can do it. Like, he's a rookie manager. Let's have right. Arteta is a rookie. You know, Arteta's a rookie manager. That's what
you know. I know, but that's why we said this before. You're
expecting a rookie manager to win.
Yeah. No, I'm not. No. Let's get this right. I'm not. But my board is. Right. So what I need my board to do is to back their rookie manager, because you've extended his contract, you've given him a pay rise, and he's shown why you've done that, because he's dope. But I spoke about it in the last episode, like his trajectory, or the last couple of episodes, his trajectory, you've done that. So now give him the P's. Yeah, he might have squandered it and bought some players that you could have bought some different ones, but that's what rookie managers do. They make rookie mistakes. Give him the guap and make him, and give him what he needs to do to go and win the trophy, because Arteta can do it. He can do it. Like, he's shown that he's got the chops to compete at the highest level, but he hasn't shown us that he can cross the line yet. But give him the money so he can do it, and he will do it. He's got what? He's only been in here for 5 years. Give him another 4 or 5 years. I might be talking like Joey.
How much more money does he need?
I don't know how much money he needs. However much to get him that striker that takes us to the next level. We're striker away from going to the next level. I've always said that.
Let's move on. I heard that Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, I like Sesko.
I heard Robbie saying from AFTV that Jurgen Klopp is the decider.
I heard that too. Because
Arsenal guys are bums.
Why?
Bums, bro.
Why are we bums?
Bro, just... Why are you talking about Jurgen Klopp, bro? Right? This guy's
just
trying to make money to feed his family.
Nah, he's looking for a headline. But it's true. But Jurgen Klopp is, I swear, he's been promoted to. He's like the business director for the clubs associated to like
RB Leipzig. Not Leipzig in general, just the whole franchise.
Yeah, the whole franchise. So he's gonna have a say in that. Like,
not really. I don't think
he might have a say in that.
He might. But anyway,
that was good journalism from Robbie.
Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, man. Host, man, do your job, man. Why have you gone off track? How have you got me getting?
I wanted to hear what you had to say about your cups, bro. But I heard enough about your dusty community shields, man. Let's move on, man. Let's bring Marley Moore in. It was Fulham 0, Man United 1. Martinez's deflected shot, and Ruben his 4th Premier League win as United boss out of 12 games. What a dull game, Marley. I'm not sure I've seen a game that sent me more to bed than that one.
Yeah. Luckily, I was actually on the plane on a flight back to London watching it, so it appropriately put me to sleep while I was my 2 hour flight. It was a dull affair, man. It was a dull affair. I want to say that it's good that we can get these results over the line. But let's be honest, the performances mean more than the results at the minute. We're obviously the results matter because no one wants to get relegated, but the performances also, we want to see some better football as a new manager comes in. And yeah, we're not seeing it in a minute, man. We look the team's looking a lot worse. And maybe that's because obviously he's not being very rigid in terms of how he wants to play. Like he's got an idea and he's sticking to it. And it might just be a case of these guys just really ain't got it for the majority of them anyway. They just ain't got it, and we'll see this until he's able to bring in his own players, his own guys, man. Whenever that might be. I'm seeing currently on Twitter at the minute, and I'm seeing the guy from Lecce, the left.
Oh yeah, the left wing
left wing back.
Is it Drogo
or something?
Yeah.
Apparently we're looking to put in a new. I think the last bid got rejected, so we're looking to put in another bid in the next 24 hours. But even him, like, I mean, I don't have faith in these Man United signings at the minute. I'll be honest, especially guys that I've never heard of, and I've never heard of this Dogu guy. And it's a case of, like, I was looking at I put a tweet up as well. Like, I was looking at Lecce's most expensive signing, most expensive departures that they've made, and their highest departure was the guy that I think he plays for Bournemouth now. Was like 19 million. That was a big.
Sabanya.
No, it begins with a H. Holgerson.
No. What's his name? The Spanish guy. Dean Howson. Yeah, his name's Howson. Pronounced Howson. Sorry.
It might be him. Yeah, it might. Yeah, he's very good, but he was like a 19 million departure. And I haven't seen any of this left wing back to state that he is the best product that has come out of Lecce.
Do you know what's funny? Normally before, back in the day when you used to be linked with a player, you'd normally like YouTube him and just, bro, I've stopped doing that.
Yeah,
I don't do that no more.
It's fake.
Because it's until they play in the Prem and I see them myself with my own two eyes.
Yeah.
The YouTube video nonsense needs to stop.
Or even my own two eyes. They've been deceiving me, bruv, in my old age now these days, bruv, because I literally saw Xerxes live, brother, in AC Milan, brother, and I remember for a season I've been saying this guy is the truth. I can't wait to see him at Man United. And I've seen him at Man United. I've just decided that your boy can never be a scout. He can't do it. Brother. He's just got to watch football, brother, and enjoy it, bruv. That's my lane.
It's tricked a couple of us though, man. Some guys with good football opinions as well, like in different group chats I've been in. So you can forgive yourself for that one, man.
But like, if you watch him, like if you watch any of him last season, he's changed, right? Like he's put on weight. Like there's something that's not. There's something's not computing, right? I'm not. What, Joey? What do you think,
United.
No,
I think it's Manchester United.
This is interesting because I remember when we were signing Nunez. I watched him play against Liverpool and destroy us in the Champions League, and I was saying, "Yeah, this guy's gonna do bits, bro. Like he's gonna score more goals than Haaland, bro." And then as soon as
he made that bet as well, didn't it?
He looked like he's never kicked a ball in his life, bro. Something's happening, bro. There's something happening in this world, bro.
Something's going on. Like so either the diet change or the way they're training is changed, or it might just be particularly in the case of Manchester United. Yeah, like I know. You might like. I feel like Shriver's probably going to make the comment here, but like our club is so massive. Like there's actual weight on your shoulders, bro. When you put on that shirt, even if we're 14th, bro, like there's a weight of expectation at Manchester United, bro. And most of the signings that we have signed in recent years, bro, the weight is too much. Like it's too much, and then the players that
they're mentally not ready for it.
They're not ready, bro. Like
I think it's even like not just the players. I just think it's everyone involved in your club. I think that something happens at Manchester United. I think you've even touched on this before, Marty. Like something happens at United where, like, how you might usually deal with a situation goes out of the window, and it's like with all the lights on you, it's like how you might deal with something behind closed doors and how you deal with something with an audience. I feel like with that audience magnified at Man United, I feel like it changes everything, like, because it can even speak towards the way like your manager's dealing with certain aspects, like where he's said some stuff like like with passion and from his heart, and he's come back and rescinded some of those comments like, yo, I didn't mean it like that. And then obviously there's the way like this Marcus Rashford whole thing. Like I feel like there's something at United that I don't know. Like Alex Ferguson must have had it down to a T where he offered some sort of veil of protection whereby the players felt comfortable enough and guarded enough where they could express themselves and win. But it seems...
I think even Ferguson, I can't remember what documentary or something I saw, but I think when someone spoke to him about the modern game, he says himself he's not sure if he'd be able to hack the modern game as it is at the moment.
Did he say why?
Just in terms of the way you can like speak to players, like he said back in the day, like I told him I was boss. I didn't care if like for instance, I know like obviously he kicked a boot and it hit Beckham, but he said like I could control the players. Like now, he said, like players will talk back to you. Players will say, "I don't want to play for you."
You know what it is? I mean? I'll tell you what it is. The access, the world, the way the world's opened up, the world has become so much more smaller. Now, you know, like I think in life, everyone needs an air of a delusion to succeed. I think you need to have that delusion of grandeur. Like, I'm the shit. I'm great. I'm this. Yeah. But nowadays, you can open up an app. You just want to maybe tweet about Love Island or something. And, you know, imagine being a professional football player just wanting to say, yo, man, have you seen what Akin Su's doing? And you just see bare acts. Hey, you freaking shit guy. Bro, your feelings are hurt. Now, before you go to do a move in the game, you're thinking you might have whipped that ball, but you're thinking, whoa.
Yeah.
If they don't hit the target, let me just play the 5-yard pass. Everything's just made me nervous because there's too much access to you. Like it's not natural to know what everyone's thinking of you, bro.
Back in the day, there was no social. Like obviously the newspaper was your if you were getting slaughtered or their opinions and whatnot. But now imagine you got the papers, you got the public, you got your socials.
It takes a particular kind of individual to succeed in the era of social media where everyone's able to have access to you and message you with just abuse. Because funny enough, I've been watching like Deion Sanders has got one show on Amazon Prime like called Coach Prime. He's like he's like a NFL legend, and he took over a team basically. But he's got 2 sons in it, and his 2 sons have basically grown up in the limelight. But his 2 sons they play football, but they're always getting abuse. Like to the point where now abuse is just like it's nothing to them. They can hit. It's a norm. They can hit anything at all. But it takes that kind of mentality and character to be able to succeed to the highest level. Now, as well as having social media, because like naturally, like I think the kids in football these days, everyone wants to have a social media presence. Like naturally, like it. So it genuinely does take a special kind of.
Are most people running their own accounts though? Like at that level where you got like 100,000 or couple million followers or whatever. Like let's say one of the Sanders boys. Like, are you really like sitting on there going through tweets and looking at
the kids
your For You page?
The kids will. They absolutely. I think the adults.
Burners. You got burners, bro.
Do you think kids? I think kids are still like kids are still like I'll probably say from the. Maybe up to maybe like 24, for instance. They're on that, bro. They're tweeting. They're of the TikTok and Instagram generation where they've grown up on it. Like it's only really the adults that, like, if I was to have for instance, have a real social media presence, I'm just paying someone to do it, bro, because I ain't got the capacity or energy, bro. Because I know it will affect me. It will get to me eventually. I'll have to turn off comments, bro.
So what were you lot saying?
Yeah, I reckon I could do it, man. I reckon I could do it because I personally think I think I'm deluded enough to not hear what anyone's saying. I think I listened a bit more, but I think I'd be deluded.
But you've got to remember as well, footballers as well, like they have a lot of time on their hands as well. So obviously they do their training. I know they have to travel and stuff, but bar the few hours they train in the morning, they can go
be like Kanye West. Fuck it. I'll be like Kanye West. If you're cussing me, I'll send you my salary.
Wait. So are you not saying that social media is the reason why Man United is rubbish?
No, I'm not saying that.
I'll say it contributes massively. I'll be honest.
I think we were talking about how Alex Ferguson was saying it's a hard thing to manage such a big club with all these individuals and to get them to rise to that level when there's so many like external factors now.
Yeah, because we saw it with Sancho, innit? Like obviously ETH came out and said his part, and then it's like, hang on, Sancho's actually talking about his part as well. Back in Alex Ferguson's day, bro.
He ship you out. He ship you out.
No, not even that. Only you don't have a platform to talk on. So we would only hear Alex Ferguson's part of it, or we don't hear anything at all.
Yeah.
Now the players can just come out and say, no, actually, this is what actually happened, and blah blah blah. So.
Yeah, but they can send it. They can send a tweet. It's interesting because I said it in our group earlier today, just around Rashford. Like, if I was Rashford at this point, like, and I know that what the manager's saying is cockamamie nonsense, bro, and no one's heard my side of the story, bro. I feel like now is the time when he's entitled to do Sancho and start tweeting, bro, because like Ruben has been consistently saying in the media about like Rashford's ability to train and he hasn't got the right attitude and so forth. Like, this is the first time we've heard this about Rashford. Like, how many years has he been there? I mean, 10
from
years?
the academy,
Is it the first time?
No, it is the first. In terms of his training, for sure, absolutely. Like, this is the first time we've heard this about Rashford's character in training.
Yeah.
So, like, if it's not true, bruv, you've got to come out and say something, because like the narrative on Rashford now it's disgusting, bruv. And
could it be true though? Because this is the first time Rashford has been at the club and they've been consistently bad, and he's been earning 300k.
It could be true.
And it's the first time he's come to the notion that maybe it is time for me to leave this club. So it could be true.
So do you think
you've been thinking that for a while?
But based on what Ruben's been saying in the media, it gives the impression that he is training the worst out of everyone.
No, that's not what he said. He said he's not training well. And obviously, so
no, it's not what he said, but it's just the impression. Because why is he the one being left out?
Well, why is he not in the squad?
Maybe he's not training well out of all the attackers. Do you know, boys? He's not going to play right back, is he? It doesn't mean he's a worst trainer.
But bro, like he's left out of the squad. You're not even getting on the bench.
Yeah, the likelihood is that they probably had a disagreement. Like they,
I think there's another likelihood that they could, because you know this what's your guy Jim Ratcliffe is just on this cost cutting exercise.
100%.
It could be all part of an agenda to.
No, but the manager would not be a part of that, bro. I don't think the manager's gonna come out and then make up.
You don't think that they will draw the manager into like a board level meeting and say, yo, like, this is what we're trying to achieve. This is the direction. I'm part of the direction.
I think they could. I think they could do that. But if they're doing that, then like, bro, you've got to give a better explanation to training, because it can't just be his training. Like, there's an expectation that from a club level and also from a manager level that you're expecting from him. Are you expecting him to perform better because he's on a high wage? If that's the case, then say that. Say he's a senior pro in the club, and I think from senior pros there's a certain standard that should be achieved. What we're hearing from him is that he's just a blanket bad trainer out of everyone.
Yeah, he'd rather put a goalkeeping coach on the bench or something.
But I can't believe that. I genuinely can't believe that. I can't believe that. Especially after everything that's been said in the press recently, I can't believe that Rashford would, because he's been back in the training. He's been back at training now. I can't imagine that he's come back in training and is still training like doo-doo, bro. That doesn't make no sense.
Bro, did you see the pictures that they posted up in his press release? Those fake smiles, bro. I was thinking, bro, you are not smiling that training, bro.
Who, Rashford?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, when Ruben first joined, I remember he put up a post of him smiling during the training, going, great first session. But then what's happened from that time, from when Ruben joined till now, is it something to do with his team in the background that have had some kind of influence on him to tell him to move or to try and find something different, and he's not like the way they've conducted him? So I don't know.
Yeah, I think that would be the case. It's like you've gone through the training sessions, and obviously you know of his talent, but then what you're seeing from him on the training ground isn't matching what you anticipated from him.
Yeah.
It's just.
And I think it's at the point now that he's left out, Marley Moore. The fact is, whatever the manager says, we don't really know what's happened. We got to take it with a pinch of salt. He's out the squad, but no one's taking him off our hands. Is that wage just weighing him down?
I don't think he'll leave. I think
he's not going nowhere, bro.
I think he's gonna stay. And what will happen? And I don't. Maybe it's approach of like similar to what Maresca done at Chelsea and at Xavi had to do at Barcelona with Dembele, where during the window they're literally trying to force these guys out by saying like painting them out as the worst human beings ever. But then as soon as the window closes, like they're back in their good graces, because it happened with Dembele, and it's happened at Chelsea with some of the players that Maresca said that. He's never got a future here. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Chalobah's back.
Chalobah's back, bro. What?
Yeah.
So yeah, but hopefully, I'll be honest. Like, having seen Højlund, who he's
trash.
Bruv, I'll be honest. He's been able to escape the criticism that we gave to Timberland wearing Lukaku, bruv. Højlund's wearing super dry hiking boots, bruv. Like, there's no difference, bruv. There's no difference, bruv. So like, yeah, man, I'll prefer to see Rashford back in the team and because he'll be contributing a bit way more than this.
Maybe, but do you know what it is? It's like sometimes when you look at Rashford and then you see what you have in your head, what you think Rashford should have been or should be. And then you just see him doing some stuff on the pitch. It's very frustrating, bro. That's why, like, when I hear the journalists calling him out, sometimes I don't understand why you keep on having an issue with him being called out, bro. Because this guy is an underachiever, bro.
But he's not playing. That's what I'm saying. He hasn't played for like 8 games. Like, so why are you still talking about him?
Because he's still the highest paid player at the team, bro.
Yeah.
So that's
not his fault.
Everything that happens with Rashford, it's a problem. If this guy's on pitch and he's playing shit, it's a problem. If this guy's not on pitch not playing, it's a problem because you are this guy who is doing all of these things at the club. But
the reason it's a problem is because our other attackers are so garbage. So we got Xerxes and Højlund that's not doing anything. So if you're going to apply criticism to anybody, you can't criticize the guy hasn't been playing for eight games, bruv. Or if you're going to criticize him, first of all, you criticize the person that deserves the criticism, and then say the reason why these guys are playing is because of Rashford. You can't start with Rashford. That doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, but I don't think if when Amorim came to the club, I don't think he thought that Rashford would not be playing.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying.
So do you know what I mean? So like that's what I'm saying. Like something is going on here, and the common denominator.
But you know what
the common denominator is Marcus Rashford, bro.
But you know what I think he is.
They've never done him like the way Amorim's doing him.
They've had enough, bro. They've had enough,
exactly.
Bro.
But you know what?
4 or 5 seasons.
Joey, do you know what it is as well? I think as well with obviously the things that happened with United with Jim Ratcliffe coming in. I think as well, this whole PSR thing is playing a major role. Because when I was looking into it and breaking it down, like the example that I found was if we sell Garnacho for 50 million or something, apparently the way it works is that the money that you get from that transfer, because he's been an academy player, say it was Rashford or something, you can like use that money spread over like 5 years. To balance your books and PSR.
Basically, he's worth like 250.
Yeah, exactly. So in my mind, the Jim's probably saying to them, if we need to buy players, we need to balance the books. You got some academy players here. Bro, let's sell them. Bro, I'm the first to say Garnacho's got to go. I'm the first to say that now. I've seen enough from him. He produced nothing against Fulham. Okay, he did a nice little pass back, got cleared, and Martinez scored from it. But
there's a lot of people that say he's one of your brightest players.
Bro, but that's what I don't understand. They say that he's bright, they say that he's good, but what is he doing in the games? I'm not seeing anything for him to like. He needs to prove me wrong.
But you're not really seeing anything from the other players as well, though.
No, but I'm not seeing anything for him, and he's supposed to be one of our liveliest players. So if I'm not seeing anything from him, and then I'm seeing him get barged off the ball, he's not really got strength. We know that he's got like good ability crossing the ball, shooting. He's not really doing much of that. He's not bringing a lot to the table for us. He's not bringing a lot to the table.
Garnacho?
Yeah, Garnacho.
What? So the solution is to sell him rather than coach him?
My thing is if you sell him and we can use that to bring in someone who's going to perform, then I'll do it.
Yeah, you can't sell Garnacho now without having an immediate idea, like because Garnacho for as wasteful he is in the final third, he is a bit of a busybody, and we need that in our team at the minute because we haven't got many of those. Actual threats.
I don't know if you do, you know.
I sorry to interrupt here. Do any of you use the Flash Score app?
Yeah.
Well, because it just come out with the craziest notification, bro.
What, the one I just put in the group?
You put you may have put it in the group.
No,
what about David Coote?
Yeah.
Oh, this is so funny, man. Just apologizes over his scandal and then just randomly says, and he comes out as gay. Like, why do we need to?
Why do you need to know that? That's crazy.
It's called subversion, bro. They're just trying to like take you away.
Divert.
What? They're abusing Micheal Oliver.
Said some mad stuff.
That's not the headline of the weekend, bro. But back to Garnacho. Bro, I don't know if you guys need busybodies because for me, like it's like Darwin Núñez is a busybody.
I'll take Darwin Núñez in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but then you'll be in the same problem that you've always been in, bro. You're repeating the same.
As Højlund, bro.
No, but they're different positions.
Darwin Núñez is way.
Okay,
they're the same position, no?
Obviously, Højlund isn't great. But the thing is that Højlund is somebody who you can establish a system with. You can't establish a system with Garnacho and Darwin Núñez, bro, because these guys are free radicals. They need to be at West Ham. They need to be at West Ham where you can be a big fish in a small pond. But if you're coming to Man United and you want to play in Amarim's system, you have to get disciplined players, bro. Garnacho is not that, bro. You have to get disciplined.
For instance, if you compare someone like Ahmad to Garnacho, like why is the golfing difference?
You can't. It's light and day.
But that's what I'm saying. But it shouldn't be. Because if you're saying that they're on that same level, do you know what I mean?
The comparison I think would be like Dallo to a Garnacho, because Dallo is somebody who is disciplined, does instructions, follows instructions. I don't know if Garnacho can do that to the same level as Dallo, and Dallo is not even elite at that.
Thing is, Ahmad though, before he went on his loans to Rangers and
he was a bit dusty.
He wasn't the guy. I wouldn't say he was. I wouldn't even say he was as good as Garnacho in the sense of causing a threat. Like he was very much more wasteful in his decision making. And I think Garnacho's not. He's actually not. When I say he's not far, it's just the decision making in the final third that is the biggest issue. And for me, I think he's like. He believes, his ego believes that he is a star of the team, and that's what ultimately makes him make the bad decisions, because it's similar to what Ronaldo used to do at our team and then throughout his career. Because of his ego, he makes poor decisions in the final third. Like he values himself as the best player in the pitch, so he won't pass the guys unless it's like the last pass. And where players are really, really great in that department, I would say someone like Mo Salah, who's actually good. He's good in the final third anyway, but he will also look for the pass if the pass is there. Similar to Messi. Messi's the same way. Yeah.
I don't. For me, I've not seen any conviction that Ruben wants to keep him. He just says, "Oh, he's a Man United player." Yeah, he just says he's a Man United player. He's been starting. No, I know he's been starting, but I'm saying when he's asked about him, I don't see any conviction in his voice to go, this guy ain't going nowhere.
So MJ, like if he was worth 250 on PSR or whatever, you would keep him even though you know that one Amarim needs to build a team.
Garnacho?
Yeah.
Above, I would sell Garnacho at 50 million. Is that give you an impression I wouldn't sell him?
Yeah, sorry, no. I misunderstood you.
No, absolutely not. I'd sell him at 50 million. But my point is like I wouldn't sell him if there's no replacement. We need to have something lined up, exactly. Like readily lined up.
I reckon Xerxes could do a job on the left still.
Oh, get out of here,
man. No pace at all, mate. And then obviously before we just finish from the United segment, obviously Ahmad scored, but it was offside. But it was a good bit of play. Again, I'm not sure about the offside. It looked a bit dodgy, but yeah, not too sure about VAR.
I mean, we won, so let's not do an Arsenal and complain about it. But yeah, Ahmed is.
I mean, how can you complain about something that was actually offside? So that dig was futile.
I mean, if you review it again, you will see that he wasn't actually offside. But anyway, we move on. Ahmed is the truth. He's the really, really good player, man. And I'm very, very happy and content that we have him on that right side of the pitch. If we could find another one of him, then we would be okay. But yeah.
I wanted Ahmed to score, to be fair. I've got him in my fantasy team and my dream team. That's one thing.
That's nice. Moving on, United obviously got Palace
I don't
next.
know. You lot are laughing from 12th or 13th place, but I don't know what you're saying.
Bro, leave us, man. I don't understand. Bro, just try and win something, innit?
Why you
Why
shit
you
at
like-
them? You saw me laughing too, bro.
Yeah,
He's a bully, bro. He's a bully. He's a bully.
Yeah, yeah, but he's top of the table. He can laugh. He can laugh, but you lot, bro, you got me taking the piss out. You should be with me. You should be looking for extracurricular activities, but I'm finding new ways to enjoy your football.
Marley, so next, obviously, I think United got a Europa game, and then after that, we've got Palace
At home.
Yeah, Palace at home, then Leicester away in the FA Cup, and then at home again, sorry, and then Tottenham away.
Bro, every single game he plays is a tricky game, bro. Like every single game, you just don't know how it's gonna go. You don't know if Onana's gonna know how to catch in the game. You don't know if Højlund's gonna or Xerxes gonna know where the goal is. But you just don't know, bro, with this team in a minute. So but inshallah,
I think it's like Ruben says, isn't it? Take it each game at a time, and
and just
and
hope
see how it goes.
Hope for the best in the Premier League. I guess. I mean, at the minute we're not playing for anything, are we? Really, we just like
try not to get relegated.
Try not to get relegated. Imagine, and maybe trying to finish in the top half, which is crazy to think about. But that's where we are. Our joy, it'll be like the last 2 seasons where we managed to potentially get a sneaky result in one of the cups that we were in.
No, you need to though, because if you want Europe next season, you need to win the FA Cup or at least the Europa or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So I think that's where that's if you're Manchester United, like player, manager, the board, like you've got to obviously try and get as high as you can in the Premier League table, sneak your way into a European position, but really and truly your focus has to be the cups. Has to be. You have to win one of those because you can't not be in Europe. Because you're already in a situation as it is with PSR like starting to kind of restrict your circulation. So you need European football.
And a couple give Ineos keep their head above water, bro. Because I mean you called it early strides with the Ineos for the watch list, bro. And the amount of Man United fans.
Well, that's a great segue. Let's move on to this watch list.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, because I was going to move on. We were going to cover the Man City game, but we talked about it before. Everyone knew that they won 3-1. I was just going to say just quickly, the main highlight for me was Kusanov at the back had a bit of a mare in his first few minutes. Well, I think the first 15.
He tempered it after that, though, man.
Yeah, he did. He got subbed as well, though, didn't he? In the 70th.
Yeah, I think 5 or 10 minutes into the.
Was it before? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, second half. For John Stones.
But I think at the time when I thought it might have gone nuts for him was, I think when Palmer was through on goal, I think VAR was deciding whether it should have been a red card instead of a yellow. And I thought, nah, they'll do this guy dirty. But
that would have been the craziest debut of all time, man.
Yeah. But I think we'd all agree that Chelsea, I don't know, they're just petering off a little bit at the moment as well.
Exactly what Mariska said, to be fair. He said, no, we're not there at all. So, yeah.
Goalkeeper's a massive issue for them, isn't it?
Yeah, Sanchez, had a howler.
I'm seeing Chelsea fans lose their rag over him, man. It was a good finish from Haaland, though. He still, he still had to put it in the back of the net. So he's getting his confidence back up. You know?
Who's been the best like black goalkeeper of all time? Is it Enyema for Nigeria?
Or the Nigerian one.
He might be. I think he's better than Maignan. I
said that last week.
AC Milan's guy.
Yeah. And for France as well.
Yeah.
Trying to think of black keepers. Shaka Hislop, was he good?
Nah, he was just black. he was just a black goalkeeper. That's it, bro.
He was just black.
David James probably up there, isn't he?
No, but then he had he had a howler in him, innit? So
yeah,
he was
David
actually
James
a
wasn't
good
good
keeper
as well.
Is he black or mixed race?
He's mixed, but
I'd say black. I'm calling Sanchez. Yeah, it's the same thing.
But I was going to say, what about what did people think of Sancho's performance?
Oh, he played.
Yeah, I thought it was decent.
Yeah, I've seen
I thought
I've seen a little bit of like talk about his performance, but I wasn't really locked into the game enough to have an opinion.
He started brightly, but he just fizzles out.
Yeah, because
fizzled out.
Do you know what it is? Because he doesn't really go on the outside. He can't really go both ways. He can only go on the inside. And I was watching some analysis, and Cucurella doesn't really do an overlapping run. He does more of an underlap and kind of plays on the edge of the box with Enzo. So there's not that much threat on that side. Whereas Madueke can go in and out.
Yeah, I like Madueke a lot.
I don't.
Yeah, I think he's.
I don't
like him a lot.
I like him because he's unorthodox.
Yeah, that's what I hate about him, man. To be fair, man. Like, to be completely honest, it's like he doesn't excel at anything, but he's like a jack of all trades, but master of none.
Yeah,
and that's what. So it's a bit frustrating watching him sometimes because I think he can be sick.
I think someone like him who probably in the long run probably won't get as many minutes at Chelsea as he probably expects to. Like someone like him will have a good move and he'll be a player. I really do like him.
A Forest or a Bournemouth or something.
But Bournemouth would be a good shot.
Yeah, exactly. And then obviously Ange feeling the pressure just quickly lost to Leicester against Rude's team.
Well, Tottenham are in the mud.
In dire straits.
Bro, like they're 9 points off the top half of the table, bro. Not 9 points off the top, not 9 points off top 4, 9 points off the top of the table, bro. 6 points off relegation zone. This is insane, bro. It was like 2 seasons ago, Conte did that. Freaking Daily Duppy F64, 16-bar hot like tar.
Yeah,
his press conference, bro. And they were fourth. Tottenham fans were livid. They were fourth, like going on like. He was talking about the standard of the club being poor, and Tottenham fans wanted more. Like they was tired of Conte. Now look at them. 2 seasons later, bro. They were happy with the style of play that Ange was giving them when they thought they was going to win the league after a few games the last season. Now look, they're 15th. It's poor. It's absolutely poor.
Bad.
But is it Ange that you place the blame at, or like I alluded to last week, does the chairman have something to do with this?
Yeah,
because
a lot of people
every chairman, every manager, they've had some decent managers there. Every manager is having a madness at Tottenham, and some of them are coming out and saying a madness. And Ange was not pleased with the mentality at Spurs, like when Arsenal's going for the title and Spurs made their match against Man City about Arsenal rather than about their own prospects. And Ange had an issue with the mentality. Like, even when they lost the game, he didn't seem like he felt like they lost the game through lack of ability or through lack of coaching or tactics. He felt like it was a lack of mentality and just the culture at the club. And he's like, and this is a man that's from Australia, managed at Celtic or what have you not. So he's not even as illustrated is that what I'm looking for?
If we think
illustrious as Conte and etc.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, if we look at just quickly, because we've got to move on, but if we look at some of their past managers, you got Conte, who's at Napoli, he's first. Then you got Jose Mourinho, he's at Fenerbahce, he's second. Then you got.
I remember he went to Roma. He went to Roma and won. He went to Roma, so they all leave Tottenham and go on to lose.
And then Nuno, who was with him, he's now third in the Prem or wherever they are now with Forest. Yeah. But do you know what I mean? They're in the top half.
Ange is the worst of all of them, though. Like, he's actually the worst of all of them, I'll be honest. Like, every other manager I rate higher than Ange. Ange has got, like, it's real inshallah football, bro. And it's I mean, it worked in his first season where obviously it's like unexpected. People don't know how to set up against it. But now, bro, after you figure out that it just doesn't change. It's the same, bro. Like, it's easy to. I would imagine it's easy for a manager to plan against if you've got a freaking whole lead up to a game against them. Like, you know how you're going to want to set up against them, and bruv, they are where they are because they're not good enough.
They adapted against Liverpool and Arsenal, though.
No, but that was different though because they had to. They didn't have any players, bro. So, but if he had his full team, he would have gone with the exact same football. But and would it have been successful? That's what I was going to ask. So, like, is it just because of the players? And if Ange, let's say Ange manages this current negative situation, and he comes out on the other side, what do Spurs fans have to look forward to? Is there anything worth keeping him for, in your opinions?
Well, I mean,
unless he gets through to a cup.
Yeah, he's in every cup still. As far as he's playing, he's still in every cup.
The actual football, like, is it like?
Yeah, they got to look forward. They got to look forward to their players returning, like you said, because there's a caveat there. Like he would have played the same football with his players there, but he hasn't got his players there, and maybe that could also be reason to why he's experiencing the slump that he's experiencing.
Just quickly, I will run through it just quickly, just because I want to touch on it because we didn't do it last week. But let's go through the watch list. I'll just read them through. And anyone that doesn't know, the watch list is It could be players, clubs, managers, whoever we want. We put them on a list that we take them to court, and we keep an eye on them, and then we assess them whether they need to stay in court or come off. They get granted bail for a little bit. Maybe they'll come back. But yeah, let's just tell you who we've got on our list at the moment. So we've got Jesus, Xerxes, Casemiro, Rashford, Ineos was to be added onto there. That was one of the talks.
They got added, bro.
They got added for sure.
Yeah, they got added still.
I think when Marley Marl came back, wasn't it? I was just making sure.
Yeah. They got added. I think you weren't here that you weren't here that time.
And then Ange as well. Or is that one?
Did Ange? No, I don't.
Did he make it? Or is that?
Did he get on there? Yeah, he got on there.
On time.
Yeah, and maybe was Van der Ven one as well.
Yeah, he's on there. I think De La Strada put him on there.
So at any of them, would I say first things first? Any of them coming off?
At present,
hang on. Trossard
Jesus
and Havertz are on there as well.
who was on there?
Trossard and Havertz are on there as well.
Did Havertz get on there?
Yeah, Havertz was definitely on there.
Wow,
Was he?
Such a long list.
Yeah. Was he? He was. I remember. It was me, Marlon, Tyrus, and
We tried to get
what? No Martinelli either. No,
Marcel. I think we discussed Trossard, but Trossard didn't get on.
No, Trossard was on there, bro.
I think Trossard maybe
he got on. Oh, okay.
He was the guaranteed one.
Okay.
That's why I thought Havertz maybe didn't get on. But maybe he did. Maybe he did because I didn't know it. I think I was hosting that time.
Yeah, 100%.
I think maybe Havertz and Trossard did get on because I think Trossard deserved it at the time.
So for any of them coming off,
I feel like Havertz is off. It's already. Even just the fact that we're confused at whether he got on or off. Like, why is he on there? Like, why did he go on there? Because he missed a couple of chances in one game.
No, that's not.
Yeah, and you were. I think he was acting as an agent for that dazed guy, a B man. He was in his feelings.
No, why Havertz was in there because obviously last season he kind of chipped in with a load of goals, and this season you've relegated him to a backup.
No, but I'm saying Arsenal need to be in a position where...
Hang on, you know what? No, let's not waste time because it's not.
Yeah, it's not waste time. We're running out.
No, but it's the watch list.
Is it coming on or off?
Yeah, I think he's got calls to come off. He's got 4 goals in 7 in the Champions League, 8 in 20 in the Premier League, 2 in 3 in the Carabao.
He's not being awful. He's not being awful.
It's not. What do you mean? He's not being awful. He's not being awful at all. He's been good. He's been good. What are we talking about? He's missed chances. Every striker misses chances. But the problem is,
I want him to stay.
Yeah, of course you want him to stay, but he doesn't deserve to stay.
Right.
Who's Havertz?
Yeah, Kai Havertz does not deserve to stay on the watch list.
He hasn't done enough to come off yet, but it's
he hasn't. He didn't do anything to go on it in the first place, apart from miss a couple of chances. But everyone misses chances.
Marley saying no. Joey's saying no.
But okay, so how can you say he's not done anything to be?
I'm saying
he scored this week, just gone.
You're saying he'll come off.
I'm saying he comes off.
He's not coming off.
I say he comes off.
It's 2-2, so he can't come off.
Why can't he come off?
Okay.
Because it's 2-2.
So one of you two got to change your vote.
Next case.
One of you two. No, otherwise this watch list is becoming a farce.
Order.
Yeah. Next case. So Trossard.
I mean, I can't say that he's done enough for me yet. See, I'm an honest man. You know what I mean?
I'm not. The score is rigged.
All right. So everyone else is staying on that list, basically. Because we need to speed through this week.
There was more on the list, but yeah.
There was more than that.
Yeah, you still got people on there like Jesus was on there. Xerxes
no, but
there.
I said that. I said no one else.
Yeah, but
is there. Them ones we know they're not coming off.
No, I mean, yeah.
Jesus is on there till next season now. So we should just strike that one off.
I thought he should have come off after his Crystal Palace's performances.
He's only scored against Crystal Palace.
Yeah, Crystal Palace. And then he got injured, bro.
And then he got injured.
ACL.
And then he got injured. So he's
imagine the goal tally, just Crystal Palace.
Last few performances.
We should just rename it watch list say Gabriel Jesus, bro. Just every week, the weekly Jesus list, bro.
All right, let's move on from the watch list then. Let's quickly just wrap it up. Let's do the back pages, starting with you, Joey.
Yeah, mine is Iraola. Struck with injuries, but thriving, so... Injuries were injuries. Like, obviously, some teams are crying about their injuries. Other teams are just getting on with it, man, because that's the game.
I hope you was referencing Spurs, because...
Strives.
Right.
I think my back page is going to go to Mamush. I didn't think about it thoroughly, but his name comes to mind because I just thought he had a spirited debut. Obviously, his goal didn't stand, but he just looked like he had a goal or assist in him. And I feel like he's going to hit the ground running in the Premier League. Hopefully not against Arsenal.
Marley.
My back pages this week will go to Lisandro Martinez, and I'm not accepting any questions. That's what it is, man.
We didn't even talk about how feet you bag it up, but anyway,
and his Instagram caption after we won the floor.
I think it's 2-1. It's 2-1. It's 2-1 to Traore in a minute. Still, Traore is up.
Yeah, and they're gonna give my one to Moyes. He's won his last 2 games, so onwards and upwards for Everton. I think hopefully they can continue. See how he does. He's back to his old fortress, so see how it goes. But yeah, you've been locked into Podcast Pundits. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. It's been a good one, and we'll see you the same time, same place next week. We out.